Welcome back to TesLUCKY, the YouTube channel where you can follow the adventures of Lucky the Tesla. And whereas I mentioned in our last video, Lucky's not going on very many adventures lately due to the coronavirus shutdown, stay-at-home order, shelter in place, all of that. So yeah, take a look at this TesLAstic data that I'm going to put on the screen. The entire month of April, I have only taken Lucky out of the garage 6 times. So it was like once a week during the first 2 weeks of the month, and then 2 times a week in the last 2 weeks. One glorious day, I got to drive her almost 400 miles as we had to drive up to Boca Raton to pick up some things for the house. That was like the best day of the month because I just really miss driving my Tesla every day. So today I'm going to be driving from Big Pine Key to Key West to get Starbucks, and it's such a beautiful drive. It's a really beautiful day, and I thought I would take you along with me and show you some of the scenic overseas highway and show you what my drive to Key West looks like so we can get a Starbucks today. But first, as it relates to our channel, if you already love Tesla, if you're thinking about buying a Tesla, or if you're just curious about electric vehicles in general, please subscribe to our channel, TesLUCKY. All of our videos are Tesla related. And Carly couldn't join us for this video or this Starbucks run, sadly, because she's in the house doing virtual school. It's math time with Grandma. Thank you, Grandma, for helping with math. Let's go to Key West. Okay, so here we are coming up on Key Deer Boulevard. And if you are ever in the Florida Keys and you want to see key deer, all you got to do is come to Key Deer Boulevard. I kind of doubt we're going to see any right now because it's 11:25 in the morning. But if you come at dusk, you come here around 6:30, key deer are everywhere. Now, the speed limit on Key Deer Boulevard is 30 miles an hour, and you have to respect it to respect the key deer. They can just sort of pop off the side of the road. This red car up ahead looks like he's going faster than 30. What is your problem, dude? Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I never use AutoPilot in Big Pine Key. There are places on the overseas highway where it's safe and appropriate to use AutoPilot. But I do not think it is safe and appropriate to use AutoPilot here on Key Deer Boulevard, so I don't do it. But I will show you some AutoPilot driving on our drive down to Key West today. This is really, like, probably my favorite drive in the world is this last stretch between Big Pine Key and Key West. If you're ever thinking about going to Key West, I highly recommend that you fly into Miami or Fort Lauderdale and rent a car and drive down to Key West. That's of course when the Keys, reopens, because Keys is completely closed to tourists and visitors now through the end of May as part of the coronavirus situation. But as you continue to drive in like a southwestern direction down the Keys, I think the drive just keeps getting more and more beautiful the further down you go. So anyway, this is Big Pine Key. I'm going to speed this part of the drive up a little bit to get you to the overseas highway because we have 5 miles to go to get to the overseas highway. I do want to mention that even though I don't use AutoPilot on Key Deer Boulevard, I can definitely take advantage of the speed-aware cruise control feature to maintain the vehicle speed right at like 30 or maybe 32 miles an hour. I'm going to put that in right now. No, I just tried. There we go. So I have the speed-aware cruise control set for 32, not an AutoPilot. So much to the chagrin of the Chevy pickup truck behind me, yes, I am going the speed limit because I love these Key Deer. And you know what? I'm gonna actually put up on the screen a couple pictures of the Key Deer that we love so much. These are pictures taken from our driveway, our own driveway of our neighborhood deer. Right now we have a little pack of 6 neighborhood deer at our house. But anyway, I guess this would make me like the slowest moving Tesla on Key Deer Boulevard, because when I have this speed-aware cruise control set for 32 and people see a Tesla going 32 in a 30-mile-an-hour zone, they probably are like, WTF, why is that Tesla going so slow? It's because of the Key Deer, people. All right, let's get up to the light at Overseas Highway a little quicker now. All right, so we just turned right onto US 1 Overseas Highway. This is part of Big Pine Key. I guess this would be considered the western part of Big Pine Key. And some businesses open over there, I guess, selling bait. Fishing, definitely an essential business, part of the food supply chain, I suppose. Not very many restaurants on Big Pine Key. Obviously the ones that are here are just doing takeout and delivery. We have 2 gas stations. I'm sure they're open, but you know, we obviously don't need to stop there. And yeah, that's pretty much the extent of Big Pine Key. So once we get over this bridge, then I am going to go ahead and put Lucky into AutoPilot, and I'll speed up some parts of the drive and make a few comments here and there on some of the things that we see. See mile marker 29 on the sign. That means 29 miles to mile marker 0, which is in the part of Key West. So I'm going to put Lucky in AutoPilot now. Speed limit is 45. It is auto steer is restricting the speed to 50. So I would rather drive 50 in AutoPilot than drive 55 not in AutoPilot. So if anybody behind me thinks once again that this Tesla down here in Monroe County is just driving too slow, well, there's a reason for that. And it's a beautiful drive, so just relax and enjoy the drive. Boondocks coming up on the right. Pretty popular, well-known spot. Howard Livingston plays there. They got mini golf. I think they're doing takeout food only now, which makes sense. That's what everybody's doing. This is Ramrod Key that we're on here. We go from Ramrod Key to Summerlin Key to Cudjoe Key. Summerlin Key, I believe, is where Howard Livingston lives. He's a pretty famous singer from the Keys or lives in the Keys now. I don't actually know if he was born here, but he sings very Keysy music. He's got a lot of great songs. They're on iTunes. Check out his website, Howard Livingston and the Mile Marker 24 Band. Do love the fact that in AutoPilot and also with the speed-aware cruise control that Lucky just maintains the distance that she is set to maintain from the vehicle in front of her. Right now I have her set for 3 car lengths, so 3 car lengths between me and that old Jeep ahead of us. Looks like a pretty old Jeep Cherokee. Old school style. Storm and I both used to have Jeep Cherokees. We're big Jeep fans. Here's mile marker 24. If you can see that over on the right of the road. We've posed in front of that sign on vacation a long time ago. Here's Kajoki, home of Venture Out, which is a place that a lot of people stay, vacation rentals. They've got really good boat dock access there. We have stayed in Venture Out a couple times. Square Grouper, pretty famous restaurant in Kajoki. A lot of people love the Square Grouper. Going 46 miles an hour now in a 45 zone. Lucky doesn't really have any problems with the overseas highway for the most part. There's no street lights. There's very few pedestrians. I do pay attention for the unexpected at all times when driving AutoPilot, which means having my hands on the wheel and my eyes on the road. I pride myself on being a responsible AutoPilot driver. Now there is one section up closer to Key West that Lucky does seem to struggle with in AutoPilot. We'll see what happens today with the cameras rolling. Maybe she will have learned from the last couple drives down what not to do, but down by the Navy base, she just sort of like wants to get off the highway. It's kind of hard to explain until you see it, but you'll see it. That's where we're headed. Okay, now you can see we're coming up here on Sugarloaf Key. I just had to give Lucky a little signal that I'm still here. Probably have had to do that maybe 5 or 6 times since we turned AutoPilot on. Mangrove Mama's on the right, another pretty famous, well-loved restaurant. If you like watching these videos of Tesla's driving, we got plenty more of those in a playlist. There's the Sugarloaf School there, the home of the Sharks. Obviously the school is closed right now. That is 16.4 miles from our house, so that is the drive to the middle school. But yes, I'll put a link in the description as well to the playlist we have of AutoPilot drive time videos. All of those videos were shot in Nevada, where we used to live. And I suppose when things kind of get back to normal and we get out and about more, or this summer, we'll do some more AutoPilot drive time videos. If there's any particular stretch of highway in Florida that you'd like to see, let us know in the comments below. Maybe someday we'll do an AutoPilot drive time across Alligator Alley. We go across Alligator Alley to visit my friend Anita, who lives in Fort Myers. And hi Anita, in case you're watching. And they just put a new supercharger there in along the path of gosh, I can't talk. Along the path of Alligator Alley, I saw a really good TesLatino video showing that supercharger opening. I'll go ahead and put a link to that video in the description as well. Got a pedestrian and a bicycle that we just passed, and on the screen in Lucky I could see that the car recognized there was a bicycle, and a little bicycle image on the screen came up. I always think that that's pretty cool how it recognizes bicycles and motorcycles and represents them differently on the this screen behind the wheel. I don't know what you call that. The screen behind the wheel, that's what I call it. Mile marker 15, ladies and gentlemen, Baby's Coffee on the left, probably one of the most famous, iconic brands of Key West. Baby's Coffee. People love Baby's Coffee. I like Baby's Coffee. I love Starbucks, but I like Baby's Coffee, and I go there sometimes. I like to support the local businesses, and I will enjoy a cappuccino from Baby's Coffee. Shark Channel. Here we are going over Shark Channel. There's a pretty nice community of houses off to the right, and I believe this is Shark Key, which would make sense. Shark Channel precedes Shark Key. There's the sign there on the right. Shark Key. This truck needs to get in front of me, therefore Lucky's gonna slow down. Hopefully there's no small pebbles or anything coming out of that truck. I'm actually gonna increase the distance to 7 car lengths just so that truck can get a little further ahead of me. All right, now the speed limit's going to go back up to 55. Autopilot's back into 60. Let's see if Lucky can handle this little area here. Is this the area? Yep, this is it. Look, she wants to go off the road there. I don't understand that. That is the spot that Lucky does not know how to handle. Another reason to be paying attention, of course, in Autopilot. Now I'm going to get over in this lane. Actually, no, I'm not, because there's some sort of not recreational vehicle, some sort of lawn maintenance vehicle there. I'll stay in this lane. Yeah, I don't understand with that particular intersection, why, just because there's a turn lane there, Lucky jumps right into the to the turn lane. I mean, maybe if I did that drive 50 times over and over, I could teach her how to make that, how to stay in the lane in that particular part of the highway. Anyone has any insights into that little Autopilot moment, let me know. This is Boca Chica channel here, and we're coming into Stock Island, which is the last key before we get to Key West. Here's where I take Lucky out of AutoPilot, because we're coming into Stock Island, and this is the first traffic signal since where I engaged AutoPilot back in Big Pine Key when we first turned onto the overseas highway. Key West Golf Course is coming up on the right. That's Storm my home course, and we don't get to play golf that often. It's always a special occasion when we do, but the golf course is there on the right. Would definitely recommend. Actually, look, I get to stop here at this light and I can show you a little bit of the golf course. It's right over there. See it? So this channel is called Cow Key Channel. I have no idea why. Cow Key Channel. And here we are, officially coming over the last bridge before Key West, Florida, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't been here, when the world gets back to normal, please come and visit the Keys and come drive all the way down through the Keys and end up in Key West. You can always leave me a comment. I would love to connect with you and give you some great ideas for places to stay and restaurants and things to do here in Key West or any part of the Keys. This is kind of the main. Well, Duval Street is the quote-unquote main drag of Key West, where the famous bars and restaurants and shops are, where all the tourists goes. But this part of Roosevelt Highway is where a good number of the businesses on Key West are, as far as the car dealerships and doctor's offices, a bunch of hotels and restaurants, of course. This is where this side of the island is where the grocery stores are. This is Key West. Just go ahead and let me know in the comments if you have or have not been to Key West and what you think of Key West. I would love to hear people's thoughts on like their favorite restaurant here, their favorite bar, how long it's been since they've been to the Keys. I would love to have some Keys discussion in this video that I hope you will agree is still Tesla related. So yeah, here we are at Starbucks. I'm going to head through the drive-thru here in a second, but I want to show you exactly how far the distance is. 33.8 miles to this Starbucks right here. Very, very well worth it. It's at 2500 Roosevelt here in the heart of Key West, Florida. This is where we just drove. But don't look at my nails as I put them in front of the camera. There's where we just drove. All right, time for Starbucks. Hi, can I please get a venti skinny vanilla latte extra hot?
A venti skinny vanilla latte extra hot?
Yes, and also a venti mango dragon fruit refresher.
Okay, do you want that with lemonade or no?
No, just the regular recipe. And also a birthday cake pop.
A birthday cake pop? All right. So I have a venti skinny vanilla latte, extra hot, and then we got the venti mango dragon fruit. And finally we have the birthday cake pop. Your total today is going to be $13.23 or $93.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
It's gonna be $13.93. Thank you. Good, thank you.
Thank you.
That's it.
You too.
Are you a vlogger? Do you vlog?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what you're doing.
Yeah. So I have a Tesla-related YouTube channel. It's called TesLUCKY.
TesLUCKY.
And today I'm filming a video driving from Big Pine Key to Key West just to get Starbucks.
Huh? Oh, well, thank you for stopping by.
Do you want to be in the video?
Yeah.
Well, then lean in.
Hi, y'all.
Lean in.
Hi. Yeah, she came all the way down from Key Largo to Starbucks in a Tesla. Did you use your hands on the wheels?
No,
Okay.
the car
Elbow.
drove
You can
itself.
elbow.
Okay, Elbow. How are you guys doing in there? You
Good.
staying safe?
Good, yeah.
Thank you for being open.
Yeah, thanks for coming down.
We appreciate the service.
Yeah, you're
Alrighty,
welcome.
take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye-bye. Extra virtual tip. Extra virtual tip for my YouTube appearance.
Oh, thank you.
Now, are you going to watch the video?
Yeah, I'll go watch. I have a YouTube channel too.
Okay, well, here, let me give you this. I did just use hand sanitizer, so you will see that in the video that at the window
Yeah,
I used hand sanitizer.
camera.
There you go.
Hey, thank you
So
much.
please subscribe and leave me a
Yeah.
comment and I'll subscribe back to your
Thank you.
channel.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty, what's your name?
I'm Joshua.
Joshua, thanks. I'm Jen.
You have a good one,
You
Jen.
too, bye.
Thank you, bye.
So it looks like we may have gotten a new subscriber with Josh at Starbucks in Key West. Was he not like really cool, wanting to like see what I was doing, be in the video? Masks are so uncomfortable. Am I the only one that finds masks uncomfortable? Thank you so much for watching TesLUCKY. Today was a great fun adventure because we got to go to Key West and we got to go to Starbucks for coffee. Mwah. Everyone out there, please stay safe and healthy, and thank you so much for watching TesLUCKY. We will see you in the next video. Cheers, YouTube.